oh heavens, you would have died. She stroked his pretty skin again and kissed him and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. I have saved you, cried the woman, and you've bitten me, heavens, why? You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die. Oh, shut up, silly woman, said the reptile with a grin. You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in.
Shalom. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rachak Wadash, and the double honor to our venerable apostles and elders of Great Millstone who were well. Peace and blessings to Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so Brother Haran coming back at you with a quick lesson. Lord, will it be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and just meditating on the speech that Trump gave, I believe yesterday at Davos, which is the gathering of what I believe Klaus Schwab said 150 heads or something like that, and they all come together and discuss, current events and how they're going to basically reshape the world, all right, into the future of how they would like it to be. In other words, go back to Revelation 13:16. He causeth all, right? You go into that word causeth in the Greek is poeo, right, which means to fashion or to construct, right? So basically, when they say that they're reshaping, rethinking, reimagining, right, and all these different things that they say, all right, they're letting the world know that they are the ones, the wicked, as it says in Job 9:24, all right, who have the power over the earth to bring in or usher in the beast system / mark of the beast, okay, because it's within the beast system is where you're going to have the mark of the beast, right? And the beast system, all right, is going to be powered by AI, all right? And Trump just, I believe, was it a couple of weeks ago, or maybe about a month ago, it was mentioned how he spoke to this, I think it was some Asian dude, one of these countries out in Asia, and he told him, he was like, you're going to invest. He asked them, they plan to invest $100 million into, AI infrastructure. But he said, no, let's negotiate, make it 200. So the guy came back and he said, nah, we bumped it up to 500. So there's they basically investing, right? Putting a lot of money and power and energy into building up this so-called AI infrastructure. All right, so to see somebody like Trump, go into World Economic Forum at Davos, now they try to make it seem like it's an acceptable part of society where like world leaders come together and discuss ideas. You know what I mean? That's how they make it seem. But when you listen to the kind of ideas that they're discussing, it's very, very draconian at the end of it, right? And when you listen to people like Yuval, because he's going to fall alongside his people, all right? That devil Harari, okay, he comes off with very honest points. He says things that are true. It doesn't mean that he's a righteous person. He just says things that are true. He just says it as it is. Because they feel like they're the ones in control and there's nothing they can do about it, and nobody could do anything about it, basically. So he says things like, Trump is not somebody that will be good for the world because he's all about power for himself. I said, well, that's a dictator then. They're grooming him to be a dictator. And that's biblical prophecy. Right, in Isaiah 19, all right, the Lord said what? He's going to hand Egypt over to a cruel Lord. Okay, so that guy, all right, when he goes to that word cruel, all right, goes into fierce, right? He's not budging. He's very very piercing. You know, he comes after you because he feels like it. You know, that kind of energy. You know, so Harari, you know, he's out here saying all these things about you know, anti-God points that he be making. You know, creating inorganic worlds and so on and so forth. And then he came out and said straight up, yo, AI is something we're creating that we don't really know how it's going to play out. You know, we don't really have full control over it, you know, and I'm doing some studying on the topic. Lord willing, I'm gonna be able to finish it up today and bring it out. But, you know, it goes into the whole AI thing, like, you know, science, right? The advancements of science, it moves faster than than politics, in the sense that politicians aren't able to keep up with the pace at which science is progressing at, you know, so they're not able to come up with solutions, all right, to future problems, because they don't even know how things are going to play out. Science is just advancing so fast, you know, and it's masked in a war, in the sense that, oh, the Chinese are developing AI faster than America, so we gotta develop faster. But what Harari's saying is, and Davos and them, what they're saying is, look, AI is going to end up destroying humanity as we know it. You know, that's where it's gotten to at this point. Where if we let it go any further, which they've reached their point, you know, their climax, so to speak. You know, but if we let it go any further than this, right, it's going to end up wiping humanity out. We're not going to be able to control, all right, what AI is capable of doing, because politicians weren't able to get ahead of it to make all these laws and bills as a safety measure, all right, to quell or to push back against some of these things that AI is going to be doing. You see, so there's really no safety for humanity when it comes to AI. You know, so when you have Klaus Schwab coming up from Davos saying that you know, those who have the power to, you know, utilize AI, you know, they're gonna be pretty much the gods of the earth. And then you got this guy Trump talking from both sides of his ass, saying, no, we gonna bring a golden age to America, and it's gonna be done through AI. Nigga, what kind of shit are you saying? What golden age are you speaking of when you say America is gonna be the number one country when it comes to AI development and AI pretty much innovations? Basically, you're saying America is going to reach her downfall quicker than any other nation because she's racing to be the number one country to have AI dominance. But that's going to bring your downfall. You see? But ultimately, their plans is, you know, they're racing to be the one to have control over humanity, right? And they all talk about China. You know, Trump says China, Xi Jinping he rules over 1 billion people with an iron fist, you know, and what he says goes, and he likes that. He likes that type of style, you know. And then Klaus Schwab comes out and says that, you know, the Chinese model is very attractive, you know. So they're letting you know that communist China is the model that they're all going to be, you know, aspiring to imitate. You know, their countries are going to look just like communist China. And communist China is ran by AI. You know, Xi Jinping don't gotta come out here and tell people what to do. AI, automatically, because of the presence of AI, people are conditioned to do certain things that they normally wouldn't do if there was no AI. You know, for example, the social credit system. You know, when you got fools like Elon Musk, that damn demon, all right, and you know, eventually, you know, people are gonna see them for who they are. When they start actually following through with their plans, and it starts affecting you and not helping you, that's when people are going to start putting 2 and 2 together, but it's going to be too late. Okay, it's going to be too late. You're going to start to try to push back and revolt. But then that's when the military is going to come in and stomp your shit out. Okay, we've been telling you that. We're going to be in a police state. We're going to be under martial law. There's going to be people getting rounded up. When do you think that was going to take place? You thought we're just going to scurry out of here without none of that stuff happening when it's written in the scriptures? No, it's all part of Jacob's trouble, man. You know, and we say all these things. Yesterday I saw a comment, and I'm gonna go back to the point. I saw a comment that some lady left on Elder Manat Zagbar's page. All right, she was talking about how she said she'd be, you know, listening to the men of GMS, you know, Great Millstone, and you know, she believes everything we're saying, and that everything we've been saying is coming to pass. So she's been watching us very closely, you know? And she said, everything you guys are saying is the truth. You know, and I said, yeah, because why the hell are we going to come up here and tell you something? We just going to make up some shit? No. You know what I'm saying? We're just giving you warning. That's, hey, Ezekiel 3:17. You know, we have a mandate. The Lord gave us orders. So you go give them warning before I bring that judgment upon their ass, man. And those who listen, I'm going to deliver them. All right? Those who don't listen, I'm going to destroy them alongside this place. It's just that simple. Okay? And within that message, there's so many different messages within that message. Just that message alone. You know, when people get mad at the messenger because of the message they're receiving, it's like, you're just a fool. You know, you're all in your emotions rather than being logical. I mean, we lead you to the truth. We go into the words, something you can do on your own. You know, and you're going to arrive at the same answer that we arrive at. If you actually are diligent enough to actually go up and read the scriptures and go into the words. You got IUIC talking about, oh, just give it to me in the plain English. You're not going to get the understanding in the plain English, man. You got to go into other languages, what it was originally written in. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's this. They're forcing deception so hard, but the Lord's going to break. Hey, if you have the elect and you in that camp, in that group, the Lord's going to break you up out of there, man. And the rest He's going to destroy. Period. All right. But we inching closer and closer to deadly times, and I've seen brothers doing videos on that. It's the energy that's out there. It's the spirit. You know, and that's almost like a last call. You know, is anyone out there? The Lord is about to close this thing out. Is anyone out there? Before He closed the door, is anyone out there? You know? And Trump is that last Trump. He's that last guy. We believe he's going to bring everything in because they're ushering him in like some form of savior or some shit. You know what I'm saying? If we were to be in a Christian church, we'll say, oh, there's the Antichrist coming in. There's that guy. You know, but we understand what that Antichrist is all about, right? Anti-Messiah spirit. Okay? As it says in, I believe, 1 John, it says there are many Antichrists. You know? That we are in the last days, man. So you're going to start seeing a lot of these things coming to pass, man. You know, it's going to be happening at a rapid pace. You know, I was thinking about it the other day, how I wouldn't be surprised if Trump got assassinated, but also I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of false flags start happening where it's like he's under pressure to come up with solutions quickly. It's going to be emergency after emergency after emergency, which, number one, is a psychological game upon the people, but also to see how Trump is going to bring some form of fixing the issue, so to speak. Right? And I've said this before, that you have thesis, antithesis, antithesis, and then synthesis. Right? Biden in them first 4 years was a thesis. They set up a messed up country. Right? They messed up with people's minds and people's money, all kinds of stuff that they did. So the antithesis is Trump, who comes in to so-called fix what was messed up. All right, and by fixing it, he synthesis. That the synthesis happens, which is the solution. You know, you got the problem, reaction, solution right there. So Trump is that reaction, right? The problem has been created, so the reaction is to solve that problem, and the synthesis, which is a solution, is what he's going to bring, which is going to be all AI and, you know, crypto and all kinds of different stuff. You know, so-called law and order, because he said it, that he's a president of law and order. You know, so all these things that we've been talking about, oh, these devils are doing this, they're planning this, they're doing this. They set the tone, right? They set the stage years in advance. All right, and now these things are going to start playing out because they have the perfect person to push it. Why? Everyone is backing him. You know, you got these fools thinking that he's going to be the one to save their day and all this extra shit. So people have their spirits in this nigga, like they have their faith in him. You see, and that's going to be easier for them to control the people because the people actually support this nigga. So it's going to be hard for them to actually see him for who he really is, and actually pay attention to the things that he's going to be bringing down the pike very soon. You know, if you like someone, you know, it's harder for you to see anything wrong that they do. So they managed to get this guy to be liked by almost everyone in America. All right, those who are caught in the Democrat Republican game that they be playing, you know, everyone is in support of Trump. Oh, Trump is gonna come save the day. You know, the good guy is here to save us from the bad guys. You know, you guys, I didn't even get to watch the video, but I saw a thumbnail of Redacted talking about, oh, Trump just said he's bringing freedom at Davos. I'm like, bro, you niggas, man. They invited this nigga to come and give a speech. What makes you think he called Klaus Schwab Klaus? He said, thank you, Klaus. And then he started talking, you know, talking his shit. And you say, oh, he said it right to their face, just like the Argentinian president. You know, like you know, it's called controlled opposition. It's to make you think that he's on your side. Remember the speech he gave about the poem about that snake. You knew I was a snake before you took me in. You know, when the snake was taken in by that woman and he bit the woman, and the woman was like, "Oh my God, you bit me." And he said, "Shut up, you silly woman." You knew I was a snake before you took me in. You know? So he let it be known before he even got into presidency, like, you knew what type of nigga I am before you allowed me in here. Talking about I got overwhelming votes, you know, all 7 swing states, I won them by overwhelming numbers. You know, it's never been done before. You know, this nigga's proud as shit, man. You know, one guy was asking him a question, and he was saying that, hey, you know, we know you called the president of China, Xi Jinping. You know, as soon as he finished the question, the first thing Trump gonna say is, no, he called me. Yo, this nigga here. No, he called me. You know, I ain't call him. No, he called me. Fuck out of here. What you trying to say? Like, I'm like, this guy. You know? But that's, hey, they're gonna use him. They're gonna push him to bring in this New World Order agenda, man. You know, because he gonna go head to head with Putin. That's World War III right there. You know, because Putin ain't gonna budge. You know, he's also another New World Order guy. You know, Klaus Schwab already gave him his props, talking about young global leaders and shit. So he put his name in there, right? So we already know, man. The game plan is already laid out. You know, the chess pieces are already laid out, and we're gonna see what moves they make. You know, now is our turn to just watch and see how these things all play out and come together. You know, we already know what destination they're gonna end up at because they're telling us. You know, AI dominance. You know, full spectrum dominance. Like everywhere you go, panopticon, this, do that. Everything's gonna run through AI. You know, AI governance. See, and that's why you got Elon Musk tied in there with Trump. You know, yeah, man. So I'm on my destination now. You know, let me see, 4. Yep. So I'm gonna end it off here. You know, but before I do so, I'm gonna pull one quick precept here because I could do that now. Just get this real quick. All right, because these are times that we're in. You know, and we're starting to see all the signs that's leading to it. There's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and verse 7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it." All right, that's talking about the elect. All right, you got a lot of people say, "Oh, we're already in Jacob's trouble." No, listen. When Jacob's trouble hit officially, you will know. All right, Congress is not going to make any laws that's going to be able to help you. Right, you're going to see the military in the streets. They're going to be coming into people's homes. They're going to be grabbing people up and taking them out of their homes in the middle of the night and sending your ass to Alaska somewhere. Right? If you're on the blue list, you're going to be sent to a sea camp. If you're on the yellow list, they're going to know what to do with you. Right? Blue list is basically you have a high chance of getting put to sleep. Right? We're going to find out soon, though. In about 6 weeks, after holding you up, in 6 weeks, we're going to know if we're going to put your ass to sleep or not. Yellow list, sea camp. Red list, put them to sleep right away. All right? And that is not a conspiracy theory. That is actually something they have documented on the books. It's a plan that they have that is going to roll out very soon. All right? And that's going to be part of Jacob's trouble. Okay? And it's already started in the sense that Trump is already talking about deportation and all that. So it's hitting the Northern Kingdom first. All right? But ultimately, it's going to bleed into the Southern Kingdom. All right? All these things that they're doing, if Jake is rebellious, is not going to help their case. So they have to find a way, and that's why they got Trump in there. He's going to be the perfect guy to stomp all over you and not feel bad about it. Okay? Because he's going to say some shit about, you know, we're going to do this and we're going to do it quickly. You know, he's coming in hot. You know, and he's going to trump all over your rights and your freedoms, whatever privileges you think you had in this country. Freedoms. All right? And they're going to use the military. All right? They're going to use the military, man. You know, so we're going to see, man. We're going to start seeing the little things, the little signs that's going to start popping up. And once they start popping up, we're going to see how he's going to start dealing with it. And then that's going to set the tone. You know, that's going to set the tone and how people are going to respond to it and so on and so forth in the next coming months. All right. Normally, the month of March is their month where they start picking shit up. You know, the month of March, which is the month of war. All right. March, going into the month of war. Okay. And that just reminded me, too. When they talk about going to planet Mars and all that, there's a code in there. I might have decoded it through the spirit. I don't know, but we'll see. I'm gonna finish what I'm doing, Lord willing, and then I'm gonna see if I could tap into that as well. You know, get a little bit more information on that. But they always keep saying it. Oh, we're gonna go to Mars. We're gonna go to Mars. We're gonna go to Mars. Yeah, there's something in there that we're gonna break down soon. All right, so I'm gonna leave it off there. Lord willing, you were edified and informed. In closing, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachak Kodash. The Wadi Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Shalom.
In Queensland tonight after a local woman rocked up to her bank to withdraw cash, only to be told they didn't have any. Taryn Compton wanted to grab some notes to pay a tradie, but when she got to the ANZ ATM, she realised she'd forgotten her EFTPOS card. When she asked the teller for the money instead, she was told the bank doesn't carry cash.
And Taryn Compton's here to tell us all about her terrible banking experience. Taryn, what did you think when you walked into a bank only to be told they don't have cash?
I thought it was absolutely crazy. I thought she must have misheard what I wanted, if I'm honest. How can you go to a bank and not be able to get your own money out?
Taryn, that's what I'm confused about. So what's in the bank if there's no cash? Isn't there, if you open up the safe, what's in there? How did they explain it to you?
They just said, I'm so sorry, we can't help you. There's nothing we can do. We don't have cash here.
So did you think maybe that was a temporary situation? That maybe they were going to get some cash tomorrow?
No, she actually said, we don't carry cash anymore. We can't help you. She did say, if you're desperate for it today, you can transfer it to another bank and try and get it out there, but we can't help.
Was she in on how absurd this was? Like, did she get it was like you were walking into KFC and they said, sorry, we don't do chicken?
No, she wasn't. She was just, I'm really sorry, we can't help you. We just don't have money here anymore.
Taryn, do you think that banks should carry money, as in cash?
I do. They have got my money in their banking system. I should be able to access it, right? You have got my hard-earned cash. Where is it? I want it. And when the answer that you get is I just don't have it, it really does get you thinking about our whole banking system.